Francisco, ¿debemos ir allí?
سلامتني سلي بلاتوك واحد تاجن أفرطن أفرط مدو عفسن مدنا واسي هذا رد واحد كلو ديار واحد كلو ديار واحد قاعد ساتني شجع يا دكتور ما كان تبغى تيجي تسمع كلام على وجهي يا بس عيان واحد قاعد ساتني كسر هنا واحد قاعد ساتني Tadi orang kau sana nak.
Please welcome to the Hanga Training School graduation ceremony for course number 3 of the year 2010. today is indeed a momentous occasion for us in Bahanga, when we plant yet another milestone as we make our modest contribution to the leadership's vision for the region of peace, stability, and development. And each team has worked around the clock to take them through tactics, drill, weapon training, fieldcraft, physical training, political education, fighting.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am very honored today to deliver an address on the occasion of phasing out of the first intake of Somali soldiers trained in the Bihanga camp, marking the EU determination on concrete engagement in the stabilization of Somalia. Stabilizing Somalia is a priority to the European Union and for the EU High Representative and Vice President of the European Commission, Catherine Ashton. Peace and security in Africa matters to the European Union as well as to Africans. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Without peace and security, progress and sustainable development are not possible. The objective of the African Union-Europe Union partnership, reaffirmed last month in Tripoli on the occasion of the third Africa-EU summit, reaffirms our commitment to work together to address global challenges and improve worldwide multilateral capacity response to crisis. At the same time, it focuses on capacity of Africa to take its share in the management of crisis and security threats. Early this year, the EU Council agreed to set up a military mission to contribute to training Somali security forces in Uganda, referred as to the EUTM. This mission is not an isolated initiative, but is part of a comprehensive engagement of the European Union in Somalia and in the Horn of Africa to deal with the Somali crisis, which has indeed political, security, developmental and humanitarian dimension. In doing so, the European Union wants to reaffirm its support to the Djibouti process for peace and reconciliation in Somalia, facilitated by the United Nations, and has seized an opportunity to work towards the restoration of security, stability and development in Somalia. The situation remains fragile, and the transitional federal government, with the support of AMISOM, is implementing the Djibouti agreement against the opposition of armed groups in central and southern Somalia. The European Union wants to reaffirm that dialogue and reconciliation are cornerstone for the long-term stability in Somalia. The European Union recognized the concerted efforts and commitment to peace and stability in Somalia from many stakeholders, starting from the African Union, IGAD, the countries of the Horn of Africa, the United Nations, and the United States of America. Together, we are confident that step by step, stability and peace will be restored in Somalia. The nomination of a new Prime Minister and the establishment of a new government in Mogadishu last month give us hope that the transitional federal government is on the right track. We call upon the transitional federal government and all political parties to successfully conclude the transition process soon. Many challenges remain. The restoration of peace and stability in Somalia is indeed the first objective of the transition federal government. This priority objective was spelled out clearly a few days ago by the new Somali Prime Minister while presenting his government action program to the Somali Parliament. In financing the EUTM, the European Union wanted to contribute directly to the rebuilding of security forces as an indispensable step for the restoration of law and order. The phasing out today of the first intake of Somali EUTM trained soldiers is a testimony of a strong partnership. Their return to Mogadishu will significantly reinforce the TGF. It is planned that more troops are going to be trained in this Bihanga camp as a second intake of 1,000 new recruits will arrive in Bihanga early 2011. Allow me to pay particular tribute to His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President Pierre Nkurunziza, and other leaders in the region for their political commitment to restoring peace and stability in Somalia. My thanks go also to UPDF and EUTM trainers for their dedication and professionalism that made this training a success. The restoration of peace and security will be achieved on the ground. Armed forces, as numerous as they can be, need good leadership and good commanders. I am pleased to note the efforts made by UPDF in paying special attention to the training of officers. I wish to commend their efforts in developing successfully a special train-the-trainers program. Today, we also want to pay tribute to the work done by AMISOM and the Ugandan and Burundian governments. By mobilizing peacekeeping troops with the technical and financial support from the US and the European Union, they make an important contribution towards more stability. The training of the Somali army will one day allow for the return of Ugandan and Burundian troops home. I would also to address a few words to you recruits. You are part of the Somali security forces. We, the international community, can do our best to help your country. We have contributed to your training, but only you and all people of Somalia can really make this mission a success. With your efforts, your loyalty to your government, your perseverance, and your love for your country and its people, you are able to pave the way for a better future of Somalia. As we all know, there cannot be development without security, and equally, there cannot be security without development. I am pleased to inform this audience that the European Union committed €215 million for development assistance to Somalia for the period of 2008-2013. In spite of the complexity of delivering aid at field level due to instability, I am pleased to say that the EU assistance program is well on track. We are confident that the arrival of this new EUTM trained contingent will contribute to create more stable conditions to deliver aid and bring development to the Somali nation. Reopening schools, hospitals, bringing water and shelters, reorganizing markets and food supply will be key factors for the TFG to instill hope in the population, and that the new era of stability is about to begin. I cannot forget mentioning efforts made by the European Union in naval operation in trying to put an end to piracy activity in the Indian Ocean.